Remember when Donald Trump promised this last summer?
What I want to do and what I will do is you graduate from a college. I think you should get automatically, as part of your diploma, a green card to be able to stay in this country. And that includes junior colleges, too.
Well, now things have changed dramatically, and what he's proposing is this.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people.
So yes, Donald Trump is basically sending the message that he doesn't really care that much about merit-based immigration. What he cares about is rich people getting access to green cards and even citizenship. And even though, yes, his aides in that press conference were stressing that people will get vetted, so no bad people comes into the US, Trump made it clear that he's even open to Russian oligarchs getting this new green card, or as he calls it, the Trump gold card.
Would a Russian oligarch be eligible for a gold card?
Yeah, possibly. Hey, I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people. It's possible.
So what Trump's administration is trying to do is, in the next 2 weeks, they are supposedly going to eliminate the EB-5 program. We're going to talk about that program in a second. And instead, they would replace it by this new Trump gold card thing, where he will give green cards to people that pay $5 million. It is unclear if they will have to demonstrate any investment at all, or they will just have to pay a fee of $5 million to the US government, so the US government can reduce the deficit, if that's what he is after. Earlier I was talking about, and they mentioned the EB-5 program. They want to eliminate that program. That is the fifth category of green cards. That program actually exists since 1990, and that was approved by the US Congress. So it's not something that a president established. It was the US Congress that established that through a law, and they wanted to stimulate the US economy through job creation, capital investment by foreigners, and particularly they wanted them to invest in areas that needed it the most. So this program comes with certain requirements. Basically invest a minimum of, right now, that number has changed recently. It was increased to $1.8 million. I think previously it was at $1 million. $1.8 million in any area, and $900,000 in certain specific areas that they call targeted employment areas. And those are areas that have an abnormally high levels of unemployment. So they want these foreigners that will get a green card in return. They want them to invest in those areas specifically, so they can create jobs. And again, they have requirements as to how many jobs, as to what investment. We already talked about the investment amount, but the jobs, the requirement for jobs is to create or preserve 10 permanent full-time jobs for qualified US workers. And so here we have the map of those areas. It's a quite complex map because it involves basically the whole US, and then here you can check what kind of designation that area has. For example, that lighter color, those are areas that are not targeted employment areas at all. And then there are certain different types of targeted areas. The darkest one is the one that is the highest priority, I guess. I didn't get really into this, but this is the philosophy behind it. The new plan that Trump announced that would go into effect in 2 weeks, it doesn't apparently account for any of this. We don't really know if they will have to prove some level of investment, or if they will just pay money and get a green card in return with a path to citizenship. So we are going to have to wait and see what news come out. We are also going to wait and see what happens with the EB-5 program, because it seems that Trump wants to eliminate it, but it was created by Congress. So usually these things require Congress approval, and if they do it by executive order or some other type of action, most likely this once again is going to get challenged in courts, and a judge will have to decide on this. And lately Trump has had a flurry of decisions against those executive orders, like birthright citizenship that we talked about here, and also non-immigration related orders that he had. Judges are striking them down or pausing them until a higher court decides on them. So if you are interested in EB-2NAW, EB-1A, those are the green cards we talk about here in this channel, even though today I'm making a special short video about this topic. But if you want to do these merit-based green cards, you don't have $5 million to buy a green card or a gold card the way he talks about it, then I recommend that you check out our websites. Here on screen you have our eb2naw.info website. You have tons of resources for people like you, do-it-yourself petitioners that want to take their future into their own hands. And among everything we offer, we have our flagship EB2NAW course. This course will teach you how to put together a petition for yourself, learn the requirements, craft the petition cover letter, recommendation letters, professional and business plans. You can submit questions in each lecture, and once a month we meet in a Google Meet call. We also have a specific course for request for evidence for NAW if you are in that kind of situation. And if you're interested in EB-1A, the highest category of green cards, you can also self-petition that one, and we have a website, eb1greencard.info, dedicated to that. And similarly, you have a lot of free information, and we also have a specialized course. In that course, we walk you through all the steps you need to know and understand for that green card process, and you can also submit questions in each lecture. So the question now for you is, what are you waiting for to take the future into your own hands? Join our courses if you are interested. And I want to know your thoughts about this new initiative announced by Donald Trump of giving out green cards in return, in exchange for $5 million. What do you think? Do you have the money to buy it, or do you still have to undergo these other programs that we hope they will stay, and hopefully they will expand them? We are not seeing that yet, but I'm still open-minded and still hoping that they will do something about the backlogs in the visa bulletin, they increase the quotas. I'm losing faith, but of course we're going to be here to talk about it if that happens. Until next time.